I forgot to summon arrows. So it was just so I was just clicking frantically, and it was like, "You are out of ammunition." What? What are you talking about? I have infinite. Oh no! You are.
I've also done that before. Well, the thing is, sometimes I'd have like specific special arrows in my inventory, and then it default to them.
Yeah.
And then I check my inventory and realize I'm using like greater monstrous humanoid bane arrows against like, you know, outsiders or something. I'm like, this is not quite why. And then I'd actually summon my arrows.
Yeah. Which is what I just did. I don't usually go fire for arcane archery because arcane archery is not very flexible in terms of which elements compared to Eldritch Knight.
Change the resolution.
And a lot of things are immune to fire, but I made an exception here because since I'm also going War Soul, my core abilities in that are giving me more fire spell power. And also, it just seems appropriate, since I'm burning away the evil and all that. It does mean, however, that I'm going to have a bad time against fire elementals.
And demons.
And demons. But again, I think it's worth it for the slight power boost in ideal conditions, and the flavor. I mean, I do worship the silver flame after all.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I got the things.
Wasn't capturing that. I don't even remember what happened in the first hour.
I didn't watch it. All I saw was the 58-minute timer, and I was like, "Oh shit, that was like our longest session yet," and so much happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also noticed you were acting as spectator for my game. What all did you see?
I am starting to get under the impression that you made that campaign to torture people, but other than that, it seemed like a normal campaign.
Made the campaign to torture people? In what way?
Everything that they do seems like no matter what they do, you are going to make it turn out badly, no matter what.
Oh, how do you figure?
Well, if they kill a child, everyone's going to think they're evil and they're going to get lynched. If they don't kill the child is legitimately evil and they're going to get lynched.
What? They haven't even met the child yet. What makes you think that the child is legitimately evil? Just because as you sent me a template and are like, hey, is it this specific type of demon that you've never heard of, doesn't mean it actually is the specific kind of demon.
No, I'm talking about its bloodlust and cult aura, social gathering, following, and it has a strong bloodlust. So any strike against it, they're trying to deal with the problem. And I guess Jesse's like, no, let it deal with itself, because like any even if she dies to the orcs, she's going to become a martyr.
Not necessarily. Or
no, the only way she doesn't become a martyr is if she dies to the orcs. That's the only reasonable solution here, which I am perfectly fine in just letting this play out until she dies to orcs.
In all fairness,
It'll give the nation.
She might become a martyr if she dies to the orcs, but she'll be a martyr against the orcs. And what's that going to change, right?
No, exactly. No, it'll give people the motivation they need to just like exterminate the entire orc race. And genocide is always existence.
No, you seem to lack the understanding that it is not the humane side of things that prevents us from exterminating the orcs. It is we physically don't have the power to do so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about orcish genocide, because there's no way as of now.
I've tried to get rid of a sticker bush before. I know how hard orcs are to get rid of, and that they were cloned from.
It's also just number disparities here.
Yeah, no, I realized what the real problem was. I was just making a joke because of Warhammer 40k. Orcs are humans spliced with plants. So technically, the modifications that I want to make to my genetics would be turning me into an orc, Warhammer style.
Man, don't you hate it when you're a cleric, with restoration prepared, and something zaps you, with a maximized ray of enfeeblement, and then you're too weak to cast restoration on yourself? And you have a cleric,
the thing is,
a hireling cleric
ray of enfeeblement
who just doesn't have enough.
Ray of enfeeblement actually has a minimum of 1.
In Pathfinder, yes. In DDO, no.
Oh, I see.
No, this is something that just happened to my Divine Archer. I spent 2 minutes unable to do anything because I was at 0 strength. Just with restoration, just there. If I and a cleric, a hireling cleric, right here doing nothing because it's only critical divine vitality, flame strike, and raise dead.
They had to have done that on purpose.
If it were a level 4 cleric, I wouldn't have been in trouble. I have to have done what on purpose?
Put narwhals on 169.
I don't get it.
I mean, they couldn't have very well. Let's see what's on 69. See what's more appropriate. So, the Grey Dragon is on 69. So, good to know.
All right. I near effortlessly killed the boss. But the guy who got one ray of enfeeblement off on me, that was the real problem. Ooh. Nice. I finally got it. Keylock ring.
The ridiculousness ring?
Yeah.
Is it bound to character or bound to account?
I believe it's bound to account. Yes, it's bound to account on acquire. Which means I can totally...
Look at that.
Shift it from my... which means I can totally shift it from my not remotely rogue-like Divine Archer to my Artificer, who is substantially more rogue-like. That's actually really good. If I can find water breathing on something else, I can totally ditch the the Corsairs stuff and wear this hat. You know what? I'm taking the hat.
Druid template is the animal companion template is really powerful on some certain underwater creatures because it boosts their dexterity up high and they get really good AC because of it. I don't want to. I have a question
Oh?
I mean, the game hasn't started, and I trust you guys to be able to separate your character from yourself.
Come on. What's the difference between character knowledge and player knowledge, right?
Well, it's just the animal companion template, or not template, but animal companion class. It increases the animal's natural armor, and how I normally manifest that in my games on a druidic animal companion at least is they like grow earth and rock and even grass and stuff around their flesh to increase their natural armor. When it's at something like 6, it's noticeable. But if they're getting their animal companion levels from a paladin, how should that manifest in the visual appearance of the animal?
I mean, isn't it like doesn't it already describe it as like a celestial being? You're talking about the mount, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at level 11, it gains the
Just make it kind of,
but in the meantime,
just make it kind of silvery or like metallic.
Yeah.
Make it look almost metallic like.
That's what I was gonna go with already, but I didn't. I feel you guys all DM, right? I wanted to know what your and the game hasn't started yet. It's just that
I don't know. Hey, Jesse, have I ever played one of your games before? Do you DM?
No, I have DM'd like a grand total of twice.
okay.
Once for a group of people that like wanted to get into it but didn't really know where to go to like actually start playing it. Like this was like actually they were wanted to get into D&D, but at the time I was basically out. And then there was a different time where I actually tried running a Big Eye Small Mouth campaign, which is like basically just an anime role playing game.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Deadly, tactful, deadly. Oh yeah.
So long story short, I have. It is just not a common thing.
Fair enough.
I was already gonna give a bronze sheen or something, depending on the color of the animal or the type of paladin it is. I was actually gonna give it, since they're water paladins, I was gonna give it silver sheen, exactly like you were saying. So
No. Okay, I just realized that the trinket I just got, my archer, is useless. I'll switch it to something else. Ethereal. Equipping this item causes your hands and weapons to become partially incorporeal. Your melee attacks do not roll a mischance for incorporeal targets. I somehow skipped the melee part. So I was like, oh, it gives ghost touch. Cool. Oh, wait, no, it gives ghost touch specifically to melee. That's not going to be useful for my archer.
Yeah, a lot of stuff specifically gives bonuses to melee and not ranged, which is kind of annoying.
I need to find another trinket that'd be more useful for my archer. I'm using like a required level 2 crude bauble, which is just giving me +5 to max health.
Oh, Quincy, I just thought of something as an
What?
excuse to reset the map and change it to the correct one. Jesse, how do
What map?
you
What correct one? What are you talking about?
Heroes of Might and Magic 4. If we get Jesse or Ingram or both in on the game, we could switch it to the correct map.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure. I think Jesse said he wasn't particularly interested in
Oh yeah, that's right.
playing heroes, though.
That's right. We've already asked him. All right, my bad
Yeah,
memory
no.
can sometimes be weird.
Perhaps at some point in the future, but not right now.
I said I know that that Ingram has played it in the past, so we might be able to get him on board.
Okay.
Whose team he plays on, I don't know. On edit that map, I could just take out the portals and remove the ally system and make it a 4-way free-for-all.
Can I? That would be cool too. Can I get a copy of the map editor and instructions on where to save the files?
Oh. The map editor comes with the program, I think.
Oh,
Do you not have the pro?
okay.
And as
Let me
for
go
the
look at-
files, I'll see if I can send them to you. They might be small enough to send over
Well,
Discord. I'm not sure.
I want to make Serpent's Isle from my D&D campaign after the Saiyan attack. You know, heating up.
So, go to. Oh, where did they put it? Probably in GOG, maybe. Games. Where? If you can find the Heroes of Might and Magic complete 8. Oh.
Well,
Where
I pirated
did they
it
put the editor?
from you directly. Like you sent me a zip file of your install, and I forget. I
Really?
think you sent it over Discord because that's how small it was. But
I'm not sure. Either way, can you find heroes on your hard drive?
okay, open file location. Yeah, I can.
All right then.
Campaign editor exe. Okay, cool. Ingram should be here though. Single scenario campaign.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go
Make
single
it
scenario.
large. I will. Okay.
Yeah, definitely single scenario.
Should I make it
Campaign
a
is
2-level
is
map?
do you want to have stairways down into the depths and make 2 maps, an overground and an underground?
Oh, of course I do. There's an Underdark in there.
Well then, make it a 2-level map.
All right. Well, I can do this. File. Save as.
I gotta say though, you are so lucky that you're doing it with all the expansions and whatnot, because you have
Oh.
all sorts of options in the map editor that I did not when I built that map.
All right.
I
My
was
brain is farting. How do you spell Isle? Like as an island?
well, I'm pretty sure it's spelled with an IS, but aside from that,
It's got ISLE, but that doesn't look right.
ISLE I think is right. Is it not right? Isla.
Oh,
Yeah, the Isla of Man, and for example.
no, I looked it up. Isle is want a correct let's correct spelling of Isle, and I want Isle, not Isla.
I know it's but what is the correct spelling? Isla. So far as I can tell, it is spelled ISLE, but I might just be getting like some other. I might be getting something else. I don't know. It does look weird, doesn't it? But yeah, the main way that you're gonna have an advantage over me is that I believe that there's a toots and such, whereas I had to like place every
Well, I already have this place drawn out, so I feel like I'm gonna have to like flood everything, or at least build water around the edges and what.